Hey everyone, Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing the Thorns build again. It's been a bit. If you haven't seen this before, it is one of my favorite builds. It's one of the best ways to play the game. The only thing you need to do this is the Equilibrium unique sword because of its effect. Basically, whenever you get hit, it increases any sort of healing you get by 100% for 2 seconds, which is really good. In addition to that, I have percent healing on many other slots. Like we have 10 here, 10 here, 10 here. I think that's it. I've had a slight upgrade since the last time I played. We're also gonna try something a little different. Now, normally with AVORON, you just take the Sign of Disciple because it's the best one. But we're gonna take the Sign of the Chosen One because we're gonna be the Chosen One, and we're gonna go into it. So we have 5 alteration dice. Only 86 life, no revives, decent XP gain, okay master offers, no banished dice. You know, it starts off kind of weird, right? And for this to work, we do have to find justice. Like, justice has to be one of our gods. There's no, like, getting around it. So if we don't find justice, we will restart. In fact, we will just alterate to try and hit justice, and then the rest of the gods don't actually matter. Okay, this is fine. We'll just take Consecrate now. So this whole build is based on Consecrate and how strong it is. And we should be able to already not... Okay, let's take Flare. We should already be able to basically not take damage from these skeletons. I'm curious how the Chosen One rune works with this whole healing thing. It might actually not. So, let's see, it says that you don't take damage for 3 seconds, and it can't occur more than once every 10 seconds. So it might actually turn off Consecrate for a little too long. I think we take Vengeful Strike here too. Vengeful Strike's actually not bad. So one thing you do want to do with this Thorns build, if you're playing it, is you do want to walk around a little bit because you need to pick up those extra healing shrines. Whether it's the prayer shrine or the book that you get to choose between adept offers and just straight healing, important. The only other things to pay attention to, okay, well, there's a fire dragon. The only other things to really pay attention to with this build that are important is that enemy spells don't count, and enemy dashes do not count. So you have to watch out for those two things. Besides that, you're kind of good. Well, we can't roll out of this, so I guess we're gonna take Serendipity. Which is honestly fine. I'm at the point now where until we have an update, I'm trying to avoid Soul Stealer runs because it's like a little too strong, but at the same time we might end up doing Soul Stealer because the one thing this build, it doesn't struggle with it, but it can take a really long time to kill bosses if you don't have the right setup. Thanks. Take Consecration. Reprisal's good, but like, one of the jokes here is, well, we also need Purification. That's the other thing that's currently missing. Purification is really important for this build. It's just like another big healing thing from Justice. All right, I will take Serendipity. Knight of the Sun. Praise the sun.
You're on fire.
Let's get Flare. We upgrade Flare to level 5 and we start upgrading it into Expert. That's one way to do it. I mean, we have Fire Dragon. This is kind of Yeah, and the thing with this build too, you also do want to try and like pick up some max HP if you're running a build like this where you're like under 100 max HP and no revives. Pretty low. But realistically, we don't have anything to worry about as this character is more or less invincible. More or less, mind you. I don't want any of these things. Take vigor. For sure. So we should be able to just stand in here and... Huh. So we're not really a Thorns build so much. Yeah, you see the dashes are pretty brutal here. We're not really so much a Thorns build. We've kind of transitioned into just like this Flame Knight. I kind of like it. With Master Serendipity for Flare to go crazy. While also being just a tanky monster. Yeah, this is a good... See, that's another thing with it too, is that all you have to do is take Justice to get this active, where you're, again, more or less invulnerable. We're gonna take Inner Peace now, because it's very important. Again, Inner Peace and Purification are the things you want the most. You basically just want, like, whatever you can get from Justice. You don't care about Divine Shield at all. You're getting hit a ton. Divine Shield doesn't matter. But because of Equilibrium activating, you just stand still and things die around you. Obviously, Fire Dragon is good, right? But, like, we're just gonna stand in slimes. Actually...
They're just...
Actually, oh, I should have taken Execution there. Our luck's at 100%, so players at 90% chance. But like, even if they were hitting us, they would just heal us. It takes like boss levels of damage to actually harm us at this point. The shield guys can do it. And we don't actually have to attack. If you just want to play like one-handed, this build can do that. Although, again, it'll take a little bit to actually kill a boss that way. Yep, Serendipity again. I think Flare should be at 100% now. Yeah, perfect. Okay, thought. Can we get... let's take spell damage. Could we get colors for characters as unlockable like achievements or something? How cool would it be to play this build but have like AVORON's armor and maybe like the outline of his shield be red? To be like the Fire Knight. Take vigor. What was the name of the knight in Warhammer? It's Knight of the Blazing Sun, right? My only real experience to Fantasy Warhammer is through the MMO, because I used to play Dark Age Camelot. The same studio made the Warhammer MMO, which was actually pretty decent, but then things happened. I'm also feeling like this rune is actually like not great here. Because it's kind of preventing us from heal. Well, I think Flare is really preventing us from healing. But I think we would have been better off taking the other rune, but it was worth a try. Becoming the chosen one and all. Alright, let's see. Can we just take some hits? We're invulnerable. Okay, we're just gonna smack him then. Let's get Execution for some more XP. Yeah, so in the future, if you're trying this out, do not take the invulnerability rune. It's actually a trap. You should take either the Adept rune or the Armor rune, both of which are fine. Probably take the Armor rune first if you aren't deep into the game, because I think, if I recall correctly, the other one, the ADF rune, was one of the last runes I unlocked. I guess we'll get ravens. I don't know. Like I said, trying to avoid doing too much mort stuff. If we take soul stealers, it's just gonna get out of hand. Oh, that's my dragon. No, okay, we're not allowed to tank dashes. We are allowed to tank that. Well, we're not allowed to tank that just yet. I think that's mostly because I don't have purification active, and I need to get hit by something else too. So part of the deal is you want to get hit a lot. You don't want to get hit singular times. And dashes are like the one thing that will really deal damage to you. We just take Breath of Fire here. We could definitely lose right now if I'm not careful. Flare is making it kind of difficult to heal. Really need purification. I really wanted like better purification than that. Maybe that was an ambitious roll there. Because like the one thing that really puts this build over the top is getting master purification. If you get expert, that's good enough. But I really just didn't want to take novice, which I think is probably another reason why you should take the other rune, but it's fine. So oddly, the chosen run invulnerability rune is probably the least, it is the most vulnerable of the potential builds here. All right, fortune's fantastic. We could consecration up, but I think we're just supposed to purification here. Again, archers and dash people can still hurt you. The downside of taking flare is if you don't have flare, what you can do with this build, which is hilarious, is just stand inside a group of enemies, and flare won't kill them, but consecration will eventually, but they will heal you while they're punching you because of consecration. You'll actually out heal the damage you're taking, which is a big part of making this whole thing work. Flare kind of negates that. It kind of like morphs the build from the Thorns build into something different entirely. Take vigor. Oh, we also have insane pickup range because we have this 3000 pickup range armor. I realize I could use, you know, other stuff, but it's kind of funny for one. Spell area. So if excuse me, oh man, I was gonna talk and then like, you ever just choke for no apparent reason? It's terrible. I was going to, oh, we could lifelink without stealing the show here. Yeah, that's fine. Now we have a source of healing if we get low. You see how he healed up there from the spectral assassin attacking us? That's how you can tell the build is active.
What'll it be, hot?
Meteor shower, could you politely get out of, I'll take vehemence, I guess. Yeah, like this isn't the most damaging build. And again, if you switched out this armor with like, I don't know, that 3000 pickup range could easily be 50 life or something. And it would feel quite a bit safer, I imagine. I definitely have like a 1 revive armor in the bank right now. I don't know. Something about 3000 pickup range is kind of nice. It's also a nice round number. Yeah, you can even tank the hammer guys. Oh, and then again, this is max difficulty, so like I have tested this enough times to know that it works. And I'm confident in it. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're doing the malady thing. I guess we should pick up Mayhem now. It doesn't, like... With this build, I feel less bad about it than with some other characters, mostly because, like, my main objective here is to just be invulnerable, is still active. Obviously, we can still take damage, as you've seen. We can still lose. Because of the way we've set this up here. But if you were to mess with a few numbers, you know, you would be, oh, combust plus malady is actually kind of insane. If you didn't know. Because everything burns. And then, well, everything also explodes now. Kind of reminds me of 20 Minutes Till Dawn type of stuff. Which also reminds me I need to play more Core Devourer. I kind of, like, enjoyed that game quite a bit. Stupid Power World took over my life for a while. In fact, I'm still, like, deep into it, and you guys will be seeing some more content on that soon. I just need to, like... If you're a regular on the channel, especially someone who, like, posted they want to have their name as a pal, you've been added. But I've, like, expanded my base quite a bit. Expanded my influence and my empire. And bred quite a few, more useful pals. I don't know why a dragon, like 2 dragons, make a Lucario, but that seems to be the way it is. He's not actually Lucario, but it looks close to Lucario. I think this is actually... So, we're gonna banish Divine Shield again. You don't need it. Ooh. Reprisal to Expert's pretty decent. So, since we're leaning more towards the... less towards the hit me build, which definitely is a functioning thing that you can do with this. And we have malady, leaning plus expert serendipity, leaning hard into reprisal to like spread stun is a pretty good strategy here. So look at everything just can't move. What a dumb build. I do think this is like, I think this is actually my second favorite character, or second build. I think 45 armor. I think it's my second favorite build, and probably the third most powerful one in the game. For consistent darkness 30 wins. Take this. We don't need to go into the other one. We're not gonna hit enough shrines. There's low chance we're gonna see another one. That was embarrassing of them. All right, up flare, because that's what we're doing. We need to be spreading more, more cursed, huh? Since we do have malady. Malady. The Necromancer has shown up. I'm not really too concerned. Now, he can do some damage to us. I'm just gonna hit flare here. It's fine. Just more damage to flare is fine. Like, especially considering how slow we attack, since we don't have, like, time or Braum as one of our gods. So again, like I was talking about before, our boss killing ability, depending on your setup, is not great. Because again, one of your gods is dedicated to justice, which does hurt your DPS typically. So it just depends on your setup. But also, it doesn't really matter, right? If you, like, if it takes a minute and a half to kill Necromancer, but there's like no fear of death, then okay. Okay. I'm okay with this. Come at me, ghosts. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Let's up combust. Give me your stuff. Alright, combust goes crazy. Yeah, this is not how I intended this run to go when I started. Like, I was gonna go straight up just like a punch me build, but we've turned into this Mardu masterpiece build. That is a deep Magic the Gathering reference. Call me Boros Reckoner. Because I reckon we're about to win. I don't know. I had half of that line ready to go, and I just kind of fizzled on the last half. Huh. Not a bad headpiece. Alright, so we're just gonna stand here because it's funny. These guys normally hurt. Not right now. Well, they can't move. Never mind. I was gonna stand Pandemonium. Yep. I would like to get this many levels of upgrades for free. I think at this point, if we see Soul Stealers, I'll take it just to have it before the 19-minute mark, but you know, if we don't, that's fine too. This is just like, this is just your average WoW player in a raid right now. Just standing in the red circle. Not WoW, just really any MMO. Just your average online player. Stand in the red circle. So it was determined that Day of Judgment does in fact have enemies drop XP. I was incorrect about that. It's just a visual clarity thing. It's kind of hard to see. But Fluff on the Discord, and he's in the comments sometimes, fairly often, definitely let me know like the details. Show me a clip of it where he slowed it down because he has a save file with like to test these things. That Day of Judgment does in fact drop XP. So my rating of it is incorrect on the tier list. And also that means it's essentially the same as Inferno, just still probably slightly worse because it doesn't work on bosses. But it doesn't mean it's you know, it's not bad. So I was spreading misinformation, so I apologize for that. But you see that, like, it blew up the screen, but it was like, you couldn't really tell that XP dropped except on the edges there. I think that's a lot of it. Plus, enemies don't always drop XP shards, so in my defense, there's some visual clarity with it. But I'm also admitting that I was wrong, so there's that. Meanwhile, restorative belt. Is that just a regular belt? Like, yeah, okay. It had the type of a name that was like, oh, maybe this does something, but I'm pretty sure I've seen every unique at this point, and that's not on the list. I realize 0.9 XP at this point does basically nothing, but so does the pull area, and so does enemy barriers, so take what you get. Yo! Go, my dragon! Don't run from me. So everything's cursed. Yeah, and everything's on fire. I love this. Reprisal is gonna be really good against Dracula. I don't have to attack. Oh, that was good. That was good. All right, more combust. Big combust. that was awesome. Okay, I'll take spell damage, I guess. Sure. Maybe pull area would have been better for this. I don't know. Everything died. You know what? Maybe Day of Judgment still was bad because it stops Mayhem from triggering. Still got 100 damage from it. You can hit me with everything but the dash. Well, and the other things. I don't know. Should be a fine kill. The reason I was attacking air there was I was fixing my glasses. They fell down on my nose and it was kind of hurting, so. I wasn't just randomly attacking the air to look like a dummy. Ow? Actually taking damage here? All right, maybe I didn't take enough single target. To do this the proper way. Also, the whole invulnerability thing is making it so I'm not healing off the skeletons like I normally would. Which is really awkward. So I guess we'll dodge his attacks. Thanks, Day of Judgment. Again, Day of Judgment, I still just... I don't know. I don't know. Oh well. Can't go wrong with the Knight of the Sun, though. Even though the Mardu... the Mardu build. Let's see. Combust with the most. All the damage here is pretty bad. Like, Consecration didn't really do much, but that's because Flare was doing most of the damage. Unsurprisingly. See if we got any loot, as we do at the end of every one of these videos. Again, I hope you guys liked the video. Hope you enjoyed seeing the nonsense. It's what we do. Hopefully the update will be here soon and I can give you guys some more updated stuff. In the meantime, we're gonna sell all this garbage. I can't wait for all of my farming to be in vain. A whole lot of nothing here. Like, this thing's okay, but I have so many of these that are like very similar to that are just good. Did I sell something important that was like bound to someone? I thought I came in with 3 things in my inventory. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Definitely losing my mind. Anyway, let's look. Anything in the shop? Anything spicy? Probably not. No, disappointing. Oh well. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. Appreciate everyone for watching. I will see you tomorrow with another run. Jeff out. Bye.